Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel where we talk about happy relationships and happy marriages. So in this channel we are trying to create a happy environment for both your relationship and your marriage. We believe that a very good relationship gives birth to a very good marriage. So now today we wanna tackle the issue of it's a continuation from the episode 1, but in this episode we wanna tackle the issue on how to get your spouse or how to connect with your spouse or how to get them back. You know, first of all, when people leaves you, there is a reason for that. You must first acknowledge that you yourself have a problem because people they don't just leave. And it is easy for you to say, no, I don't have a problem. He's the one that is a problem, or she's the one that is a problem. But the first thing first, you must acknowledge or do a self introspection with your life or check your heart because maybe there is something that you did that caused them to leave. But here we want to try to establish the fact that when people leaves, we know that there are some people that they just leave, but most of the time people leave because of your character. So there are two things that causes problems in life. The first one is fear, and the second one is selfishness. If these are the two causes of sins, so if you live in fear, you're gonna create an environment where there's no love. Because you have to remember that the opposite of love is not hate. The opposite of love is fear. That is why the Bible says, perfect love casted out our fears. So the moment you live in fear, that is the moment where now you are living in you are creating an environment that is loveless. Because now you have to understand that fear is a ground or what can I say, but is a ground that the enemy strive in. he, he the enemy loves an environment of fear. So secondly, selfishness. When you are selfish, always wanting things to go your way, you will live you will create an environment where you want to control somebody else, and that's a problem. The moment you want to control, or the moment somebody feels that you want to control them, now there will be rebellion. So now we have established those two facts, and one of the things to a remedy to cure those problems, uh, you find it in Proverbs chapter 17 verse 22. The Bible says, a cheerful heart is good medicine, but a crushed spirit dries up the bones. So the moment you create that happiness in your life, uh, being cheerful in your heart, you create a happy environment for everyone. People start to enjoy you. So that is one thing first. And the moment you live in joy, the moment fear disappears from you. Because one of the things that fears brings into people's life, one of the things that selfishness brings into people's lives is selfishness. And selfishness gives birth to pains. You will fall into pains and worry. That is why the Bible says a crushed spirit, because those two things they come to crush your spirit. And a crushed spirit dries up the bones. So it means now you will develop diseases. out of nowhere. That is why you fall into the trap of worry and pains. So one of the, now you have seen one of the reasons or one of the remedies for having strong bones is to have a cheerful heart, according to the Bible. So learn that. And I will emphasize again, learn to appreciate one another. Learn to appreciate one another. Because when you appreciate one another, the moment you appreciate what the other person is doing for you, not complaining, not wanting unnecessary things. You know, people comes with unrealistic demands. That creates a problem in a family. So you must learn to appreciate one another and be thankful, be grateful. That is a remedy. You see, this may be looking like simple principles, but these are principles that builds your character. You always be grateful, you always be cheerful in your life. A grateful person is somebody that excels in life. So you must learn to be grateful, because a grateful person is a person that always succeed. You always succeed. So learn to be grateful. Learn. Thank you is supposed to be very, very simple in your lips. So another thing that we want to tackle is pride and arrogance. Pride and arrogance. Some people want to control other people's because they earn a lot. They know that there's no way that some husbands oppress their wives because they are earning a lot. Then they know that this person is not gonna go anywhere because maybe they are not established in their lives. And this thing, we have seen that it creates problems. Pride and arrogance. Remember, God elbows the proud. You know, He elbows the proud. God doesn't love a proud person. And we have a lot of proud people. And pride and arrogance create this environment where there is a loveless relationships and loveless marriages. So learn to be somebody that is humbleness. And even women, most of the time, they talk back at their husbands in a harshly manner. Arrogant people, and this create a problem in their marriage, and this builds them or they build a negative character, because you and your character are one. You cannot separate a man from his character. So this is episode 2, then you can wait for episode 3 where we'll be doing the continuation. Like and subscribe to this channel, and you can invite somebody to come and watch these videos. Thank you.